Hey beauties, thank you guys so much of course for tuning into Beautifully Flawed, and it's no other than RB. Now we are doing the third part of what I think it's safe to say it's a series. I do have the other two videos that are basically married to this video. The first one is me making the blood, the second was me making this said scar wax, and of course the third is what we're doing now, is we're making our own open wound. Now I'm applying on the very top of my hand some petroleum jelly, and then I decided to lay down the wax. Let me also say, I think this could have been smaller. I think so, because it's that much. It takes work having to get it smooth. This is my first time doing something like this on myself. If you watch my first video, would have heard my baby there. He's coming back again. So yes, he's a part of the series as well. Now, as I was saying, I could have made it smaller, but be it my first time doing this on myself. I did this, the first time I did this was last year. That was on a fellow colleague of mine, and the second time I'm doing it, it's on myself. So I'm not yet pro at it, but I gave it a shot. So what I'm using to actually spread the wax is actually petroleum jelly. The jelly actually makes it more softer and pliable for you to basically manipulate the product much more easier and better. Now I'm using a paintbrush of mine. This came in a set that I bought from Amazon, and I'm using this, and I really like the texture that it gave me. This actually is giving you the streaks. So the texture, though it's not going the same direction as my skin, there are lines there that I appreciate. And of course it's a dirty brush, but why I use this brush, it has orange, and you know, we have orange undertones, and I think when I apply the shade over it, it's going to make it seem more realistic. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm trying to get this as skin-like, or trying to get it to blend into my skin as much as possible. Now guys, as I said, I'm not pro at this. This is literally my first time doing this on myself. The second time I'm doing this. The first time was, as I said, on a fellow colleague of mine. And of course, this is me now doing it on myself. I'm not yet a pro, but of course, with practice, I'll get there. You as well. So I'm just gonna do this for some time until I'm gonna do this until I get to where I think the product looks better, or where. Why do I talk and I think I'm forgetting what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all will understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna do this until I get the results that I'm looking for. Yes. I say if you are looking, it's looking much better, isn't it? I'm just, of course, I laid some petroleum jelly on my hand just to make the reach easier, and I'll be blending it out. As I said, guys, if you don't have to use that much wax, you can use less. As I said, I'm not yet a pro. I don't want to make excuses, but I don't want for you to make the same mistakes rather that I've made. But I will definitely make it work. So you have to. I'm going in because I really want that scar to look yummy. Oh my God, I said that. Yes, I want to get it as realistic as is possible. All right, so I'll be working around. I'll be doing this, as I said before, until we get to where we want to. Now, guys, let me just use this opportunity to talk until we get to another part of the video. I must also apologize for staying away this long. I'm being honest with you. I had my little period where I was just not up for anything. I just had to hide, and so I'm back. Now I'm using some setting powder here. So this is a Sasha powder. It's not the Buttercup. It's another one. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not Buttercup. And I'm just using something that is closer to my complexion. I do have the Airspun, as you can see there. I'm looking, it would be on my left, right? I do have the Airspun there. However, I decided to try setting it first, and this will need a lot of setting. This is me being honest with you, because we're dealing with oils, and Mine will always need to be set extra because it's under the ring light, and of course the ring light is pushing its own heat. Now because it's under the ring light, you'll find that it's going to get shiny. I'm gonna always have to be setting it, but once you're not using any ring light and you're in a cool environment, you should be perfectly fine. Okay, so to what I was saying, I'm not sure if you are seeing what I'm seeing, but it's looking rather oily. And as I said, I am actually under the ring light, and so it's going to make it look, it's not looking good. Okay, it's not looking good, but I promise you it will get better. All right, so of course setting it, and it's hooking away at all the oils as is expected, but not a problem. It's going to come together as I was saying to you before. So I'm here, I used my Coty Air Spun translucent powder, and I just dabbed it all over it. And doing this, I'm trying to get as much powder to set this thing as possible. So I'm gonna leave it to sit whilst I do the other detailing on the wound. Alright guys, so it's about details. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm just coloring the inside. I'm using this palette is the James Charles palette, and as you can see, I'm using something that it's not necessarily brown, it's like a maroon shade, so it does have like orange undertones there, which I think goes perfect in creating the perfect illusion of a wound. So I'm just gonna be painting, is that it? Are just coloring the inside of the wound to get it to look more realistic, and we're going to be adding these details until the wound is looking more real. Remember what I was saying before? Setting it. So what I'm doing is I'm adding some tissue paper. No, the red on the paper is actually the food coloring that I was using to make the blood. And I find that when I do something like this, because as I said, this is the second time doing it, I find that when you put like tissue or cotton inside the wound, it makes it seems more fleshy. It makes it seems more realistic. And so that is what I'm doing. And of course, I'm still trying to mold as I go along. So packing that in there. You don't have to put the food coloring on the tissue first, because it's eventually you're going to put your fake blood there. It's just that it was available and I used it. All right, so of course there was some blood that I was testing out the fake blood there, so I'm going in now with like a brush to get, I don't have like a syringe or any special tools. I don't have any special tools. I'm just using what I have at home. All right, so again, if you want to see how I made the blood and the wax, you can check out the videos. They will be in the link below. All right, so I'm just getting some of that fake blood in. And we're going to be working further in making this look more realistic. So I'm not showing it here. However, I'm going to be putting some foundation on my hand for it to match with the tone of what I have here. Now we're going to further make this seems more gruesome, and I'm using a knife, but I was actually pausing to get some effect. So we're going to be opening the wound, and that is what we did. So that is what we created, guys. If you're able to do this, I would not mind you guys tagging me on Instagram. I will leave my credentials down below, and thank you guys so much again for watching.